We think the quarter's going to be good. The stock is down 13% since August 7th. So it's had this drop because of concerns about war, and, the market came down. We think that at 13.5 times next year's earnings, international travel is the heart of the company. It's still going on. There's lots of international travel. It hasn't stopped at all, and we think that they're going to put up a good number and the stock can go higher.
So this isn't a moment where travel is as good as it gets?
No, I think it'll continue. I mean, it's good, but the stock's cheap. I mean, this is not an expensive stock at all. And, they're the leader in the category, and we think it put up a good number, and they're going to talk about the next few quarters.
So from the question about as good as it gets to, Jimmy, is this as bad as it gets for Paramount, which is down 30% year to date?
Yeah. So I'm locked in a brutal hockey fight with this stock, and the only person who enjoys it is my dentist.
Has the jersey been pulled over your head yet?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm in a big loss on this, and I recognize that. I've been saying for quite some time that this really should be bought out, but M&A activity in the streaming space hasn't picked up. As far as what to expect tonight, they are scheduled or projected to have positive free cash flow for the first time in several quarters. I'd like to see that. Obviously, still paying attention to subscriber count pickups, which are projected to be good, but it's the free cash flow. All right, they've got to control costs. That's what I'm looking for in this quarter.
Is this going to the penalty box for 5-minute major, or is it a game misconduct?
This is just not good. This is just, I appreciate.
Is Mission Impossible theirs?
Yeah, I believe it is.
So they blew up their own movie at the box office this summer. That was supposed to lead to increased subs. Anytime you get a new Tom Cruise vehicle, it should be like this. This is a problem.
The projection for subs is actually pretty good. All right, 3 million, and you can track this on things like Apptopia.
Dude,
it does look good.
My projection for weight loss looks pretty good too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The problem here is when everyone's bored of the cowboy shows and the Star Trek thing is a bomb, and now the Tom Cruise thing didn't work. You got a content problem.
Okay. No.
You got a content problem.
I'm not sure I agree with you, but that's okay. That's an opinion, and that's fine. We can disagree on that. You know what we haven't talked about is they have been raising prices, and that's meaningful. And those prices have been sticking without much churn. That's where you're going to start to get some free cash flow from the business as a whole.
The ad-supported, though, is bigger than the premium sub business.
Ads. By the way, this is what I was saying about Disney the other day with Hulu and all these things. It's not like Gannett and the newspapers in the 90s. Those advertising revenue streams are going to be recreated on the streaming businesses. Your point is made.
It's been sliced in half over 6 months now.
It's a tough space.
Big rally into the print.
Yeah, I'm not sure what today is about. Maybe it's Roku. There's always rumors going around about somebody's going to buy it today. Listen, we need to see M&A activity pick up in the space. This is an obvious gem for somebody to pick up. Notwithstanding, Josh and me, we have a difference of opinion on the content. I think a lot of companies that are still trying to build out their streaming TV would look at this content and say, I want it.
Speaking of entertainment content, Live Nation, you own that, also reports today.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody thinks that the results aren't going to be gangbusters because they are every quarter. There's just like a switch has been flipped, and people want to be at as many events as they can be at. The issue here is the Department of Justice investigating. They go through this every 3 or 4 years because of the combination between Ticketmaster and the venues. This time looks a little bit more benign. This looks more like they want to talk to the acts and see if there are anti-competitive conversations going on. Like if you don't play our venue in Detroit, then you can't play our venue in Los Angeles. I don't think that's an existential threat to the company, and that's why I think the stock is higher today on the disclosure of that news. So I'm remaining long. I like the name.